You might know our next guest is John B. from the hit Netflix show Outer Banks. The show is about a group of teenagers on the hunt for treasure connected to the ringleader's missing father. Joining us now is actor Chase Stokes. Chase, great to have you with me here today. As we know, season 1 ended with a cliffhanger. Season 2 hasn't been confirmed yet, but what might we expect that is next for the team?
Ooh, I wish I had more answers. Hopefully more mystery, hopefully more treasure hunt, a little love, romance, maybe some heartbreak, mix it in a bowl, and hopefully it's Outer Banks season 2. So, yeah, we're just kind of waiting. I mean, the whole pandemic and coronavirus has really put, a big stop for the entire industry as a whole. So we're just really kind of sitting patiently waiting and, praying we'll see something pop up sooner than later.
Yeah, Chase, I mean, going back to your character, as we mentioned, John B. is the ringleader of the show, of the group within the show. Tell us a little bit more about the characteristics of your character and what you kind of did to prepare for the role.
Yeah, I think in some points he's a little manic. He's a little bit chaotic, but, being a teenager and not having a mother or, not knowing where your father figure is, whether he's dead or alive, can, do some kind of crazy things to your head. So it's one of those things. I think he's got, at his core, he's, a pretty genuine, sweet, loving human being. He cares about his friends. He wants the best for everybody. And he's really just trying to have a good time. He's trying to enjoy his teenage years. I mean, the kid lives on a corner lot on, a beautiful waterway with a boat and pretty much everything to offer. So I think when tragedy strikes, unfortunately, some other characteristics come out, but I think we can kind of all relate to that.
Chase, I do want to address the barbecue layout that you have behind you. You've partnered with Unearths. Tell me about the the partnership and what people can expect from the company.
Yeah, totally. I mean, unearths is such an awesome company. It's a plant-based company that has an array of different products. They've just launched the Mindful Chicken and the Awesome Burger, which are my two personal favorites. They also have the sausages that have just come out. I just tried the green chili one the other day, which is also really great. But for me, my schedule is all over the place. I mean, I'm always on the run, especially when I'm working, and I can't really have an inconsistent way of eating. I need to be on a consistent diet. I need to have my protein levels high, especially, as you guys know, John B. runs a lot, so I burn a lot of calories. But it just worked out in the sense that it's an easy, consistent, and tasteful way of getting the protein that I need. And I kind of fluctuate all over the place. I'm not, a plant-based diet person solely. I do eat meat. I do have, anything under the sun, really. I'm kind of like a human garbage disposal at some points. But, I'm trying now because, the hope and prayer of getting season 2 up and running sooner than later is obviously something we're hoping for. So, we don't know when we could go back. So I'm now in the process of, cleaning up my diet, making the right choices, and, getting back in the best shape that I possibly can for John B 2.0. And, what better way to start than with a clean, plant-based protein with, high protein, intake. So I'm super excited about this one.
Yeah, Chase, as you're preparing for your current role, your future roles, I think a lot of people are just preparing to get back out in the real world after being home for so long. So for people who are trying to kickstart or re-kickstart their healthy lifestyle, what are some pointers that you have for others?
One thing that's super important for me is I wake up every morning. I kind of do intermittent fasting, so I wake up just a glass of water and coffee for the first couple hours. I don't usually eat a huge breakfast. I think it's super important if you're going to go outside to make sure that you get some sort of walk in every day. Masks, always wear your masks. And, there's so many good calisthenics workouts, whether it's push-ups, sit-ups, body weight squats. I mean, we don't really need to use much weight training in order to get in better shape. I think it's just about focusing on taking time every day to just be a little bit active and, try to get our heart rate up and burn some calories.
Chase, you are somehow staying active while you have multiple projects going on. You're also a star in the new series, One of Us is Lying, which is set to debut soon on Peacock. Tell me about your preparation for that role and kind of what the premise is of that show.
Yeah, so One of Us is Lying is based on Karen McManus's book. It was a New York Times best-selling book she's been on the New York Times best-selling list for forever. But it's about a group of kids who all end up in detention, and one of them drops dead, and it's sort of a mystery, murder, twisting, thrilling type of project, and I play a character by the name of TJ. And TJ has his own book of secrets, and he gets himself caught up in some things that you know, might make him a suspect in this whole case. So I'm super excited about it. We still have some work to do. Obviously, we got shut down, same thing with, you know, the coronavirus epidemic. So we're just sort of waiting and sitting and, you know, fingers crossed that we can get back to work.
Yeah, definitely a challenging time to be in this industry for sure. But Chase, I understand that you were planning on playing hockey professionally before you turned to acting. What led you to acting as a career instead?
You know, it's not as glamorous or as, you know, inspirational as most would think, but while in college, after I had, you know, finished up my hockey career, I was just kind of looking for ways to make additional income because I didn't want to like work as a bartender and I didn't want to do those things. So in Orlando, there was a bunch of commercial auditions and print work, and so I kind of got into that, and that led into, you know, some regional commercials that ended up, you know, making me a decent amount of money. And then I was like, okay, I think this is something I'd want to do with my career. And so that kind of led me into taking some classes, and then packed my car after college and jetted out to, you know, Los Angeles with a couple, you know, small TV credits under my belt. And 4 years later, here we are.
Very cool. Chase, thank you so much for sharing your time with us today, and good luck with all of your projects. That's actor Chase Stokes. Thanks again.